We have built a grand total of 20 absolutely stunning gaming PCs for this season of the PC Build Up Challenge. And because we were able to sell those gaming PCs for a pretty decent amount of money, that's gonna make it so that today's system will be the very last PC that I need to build for season 2 of the challenge. Now, if you are new to the series, we build and sell gaming PCs for a profit, and we save up those profits until we've earned enough money to build an absolutely amazing gaming PC that I give away to you. That's right, it's gonna go on your desk. I do it because I love you. Also because nobody can afford RAM. So let's take a look at today's contestant. What do we have for him, Johnny?
Well, Ryan, I'm glad that you asked because today's PC is a blend of modern performance and classic hardware. For starters, we have the oh-so-powerful Intel i7-13700KF CPU, a 16-core, 24-thread powerhouse processor that has a base clock speed of 3.4 GHz and a max turbo frequency of 5.4 GHz. We get an MSI Z690 motherboard, a 500 gig M.2 NVME, 850 watts of pure Corsair power, a 420mm Fat Boy Arctic AIO, and a RTX 2080 Super. And it's all packed into a massive Phanteks case. Now back to you, Ryan.
Thank you, Johnny. Can always count on you. Now, in all seriousness, this is actually a very strong system, but it does have a drawback. Obviously, Johnny didn't tell you what kind of RAM we're using because we are unfortunately on the DDR4 platform, so we only have 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM. Now, as always in this series, we changed the way the system looks. This PC is pretty boring. It's very nice, it's huge. It does have a couple strange quirks, like the fact that he put the 120mm fan up front here on the inside, and the other one is on the outside of the case, making it so that you can't close the front panel, which I think is pretty funny. But regardless, there are some tweaks that we are going to have to make to this system to not only make more money off of this build, but increase the performance of it and, change how it looks, because it looks great, but we want it to look a whole lot better. And to do that, I have picked up a few items. For starters, I picked up some fans. Now, these are 3 140mm Thermalright fans, and I did have 3 of that exact same fan sitting around from a previous build. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use these 6 ARGB fans to kind of add a little bit of color into our build. And then I also picked up a vertical GPU mount, so that way we can have our GPU in here vertically. I know that this case does come with the ability to add in your graphics card and mount it vertically. All you would need to do is pick up a PCIe riser cable, but unfortunately I did test fit the card and it's so close to the glass that it's going to choke that graphics card, causing terrible thermal. So we're not going to be using that. We're going to be switching it to this so that we can get our vertical mount and still get good airflow. Now, the only other tweak we are going to be making to the system is the 2080 Super. Unfortunately, while I do like the 2080 Super, 8 gigs of VRAM is simply not enough, and it's just not as powerful as I want it to be to pair with the 13700KF CPU. So what we are going to be doing is swapping out that graphics card. Now, if you watched last week's episode of the Build Up Challenge, we took out a 6950 XT graphics card from that previous system and we replaced it with a 5080. And I was gonna sell the 6950 XT for $300, but I figure the $300 would be better spent inside of this PC because a 6950 graphics card is still a powerhouse GPU with 16 gigs of VRAM to pair way better with the 13700KF CPU in here. Now, obviously, I would have absolutely loved to upgrade the RAM inside of this system. DDR5 would have been great for this build, but unfortunately, DDR5 is like $500 for 32 gigs of RAM, which is unbelievable. Plus, I would have needed a new board. And even to get 16 more gigs of this exact RAM, it would have been like $100 for DDR4 RAM. that RAM should cost $35 to $40. No more than that. I can't justify spending $100 for 16 more gigs of RAM. So the upgrade would be great. We're just not going to be doing that. If the owner of this PC, whoever buys it from us, wants to upgrade to 32 gigs, they can absolutely do that themselves. Now, just like in every other episode of the Build Up Challenge, we are going to throw on some music and completely gut this system. We're gonna clean it from top to bottom and make it look as brand new as possible while completely overhauling the appearance of our system. And afterwards, we will go over some gameplay, take a look at some benchmarks, and then I'm gonna need your help coming up with the list price for this system because you guys dictate how much we try and sell the PCs for. Now, without further ado, let's do it. You see, a little can go quite a long way when it comes to a PC. All we really did was add in a little bit of RGB, a vertical mount, and look at her shine. She looks great. This is a great looking PC. And not only does she look great, she performs pretty well. Starting off our gameplay testing, I jumped into Doom: The Dark Ages at the game's Ultra Nightmare preset. We were getting a very beautiful 155 FPS. Playing something a bit more demanding, I loaded into Battlefield 6 at the game's Overkill setting, and I'm pretty sure that an average FPS of 115 in this specific game would make anybody happy. And lastly, I jumped into Arc Raiders, and with the game set to its epic settings, we're getting a very beautiful average of 70 FPS. It is also important to know that every single game that we tested on this PC was done at 1440p. Now wait till you hear how cheap it was for me to put this together. And to make sure I don't mess up any of those numbers, I'm gonna grab my handy dandy phone, which has all of it listed out here for me. So for the original system that I picked up, with everything inside of that build, I only paid $400, which I think is an absolute bargain. For the vertical GPU mount, I paid $42. The fans were $19. The SSD, unfortunately, for even a SATA SSD, it is $66 is what I paid for that SSD, and you can't even find an SSD that cheap now. It's just like they just sell out so fast and then they're gone forever. But I did bite the bullet because 500 gigs is just not enough for this build, so I added a 1 terabyte SATA SSD for some extra storage, which is just fine for this build. And then I paid $300 for this GPU. Remember, this GPU came out of last week's build, and I said that we were gonna deduct $300 from that build, so I'm just gonna add that $300 into this build. I think it was an absolutely fantastic choice. Now that brings the total build cost for this system to $827, but wait, there is a rebate. Remember, this 2080 Super did come out of this original build. And while people aren't kicking doors down to get to a 2080 Super, somebody will still pick this up. And I looked online, I think a good selling price for this graphics card is around $150. People are selling it for a little bit more, but I think on Facebook Marketplace, $150 is probably the right asking price. So I am going to deduct $150 off of the total build cost for this system, which is gonna bring our new grand total to put this system together to $677. And that is some mighty strong gameplay from a $677 PC. Now, because this is a build up challenge episode, I need your help coming up with a list price on what we're gonna try and sell this system for, because you guys dictate how much money I try and make from each system. Now, me personally, I did a little bit of quick math. I looked on eBay. The cheapest I'm gonna find a 13700 KF CPU is a little over $300. I'm just gonna round down and say 300. And the cheapest 6950 XT graphics card that you're gonna find is like a little bit over $400. So we already have like $700 even used prices on just the graphics card and the CPU. Now, I haven't even factored in the 420mm AIO, the 500 gig NVMe, the 1 terabyte SSD, the vertical mount, all the fans, the case, you know, all these things add up. And I definitely, including the 850 watt power supply, all of that is definitely a value of more than $300. So what I'm gonna say is I think that a good list price for this PC is $1,000, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. If you guys feel differently, please let me know in the comments section down below. Now, I'm gonna be dead honest with you and tell you that I didn't really want this to be the last episode of this season of the Build Up Challenge, but unfortunately, due to all of the pricing for RAM and SSDs just skyrocketing, it's making it more and more difficult to find builds because everyone wants so much money for those systems and they're not really willing to pay that inflated price, at least now. Now, hopefully the AI bubble pops and prices start to normalize, but we're about to see increased GPU prices. RAM just keeps going up, SSDs keep going up in price, and I don't see a time where that's gonna stop, and it's really hard for me to find more builds for you guys. So I figured this was a really good stopping point for right now. Now, I say unfortunately this is the last build, like we haven't made a ton of money in this season, when in fact we have made quite a bit of money. And for a little recap on how much we actually do still have, last week I built a very high-end gaming PC. We had $3,200 to spend on your system, and I spent $1,769 of that on last week's build, but we should be able to sell that computer for like 23 to 22 on the low end, and that's a pretty good amount of profit. But that dropped our price of total amount of funds we had down to $1,437. Now, I had to use a little bit of money from there. I had to use $677 of it from our bankroll to build this PC, which leaves us with $754 left in our bank. But if we can sell this PC for $1,000, and we could sell the other PC for a minimum of $2,200. Well, hot dog, that puts us at $3,954 total earned money for this season. And I'm pretty sure that a $4,000 computer, I don't think anybody's gonna be upset about winning that, right? But we do have to sell them first, so let's not count our chickens before they hatch. Oh, and if you do want to win that $4,000 PC, then you do have to make sure that you are a member of the PC Rehab Discord server. I drop a link to join that server down below. And you can also hit the subscribe button if you're feeling frisky. You don't need to, but I would really appreciate it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go take a nap, but I did want to tell you that no matter where you are in the world, I hope that you are having the most fantastic day, and I'm gonna see you right here for the final build of the PC Build Up Challenge Season 2.